because I'm not a scientist, but I ask because I want to make sense of it, of how we got here, and if we're here, what's the purpose? Because whenever you design something, if I built this building and I designed it, it's a purpose, right? It's going to be apartments, it's going to be business, but I have to know that ahead of time when I sit down. So I always think personally, I think of God in his on his heavenly desk, his drafting table, and he's thinking of how he's gonna make me. What did he, what am I gonna look like? What kind of traits or talents or things am I gonna do? What is your purpose you're designing me for? And it's kind of hard to get your arms around when you think about that.
So that's the question that's not being answered from the beginning of time. So.
Well, know, but here's the thing, okay? Because you talk, about science and evidence, right? So, along the way, because I kind of gave up on Catholicism, but I started getting more into reading just the Bible, and I wanted to see, this book's been around for thousands of years, still the best-selling book of all time. What, is there contradictions? Is there flaws? Is it because I would think if God was going to drop us here, he'd give us something so we could know him or her, however you want to do it. I don't even want to try to be politically correct, but
read, like some Bible, I read Quran because the same reason. Like I need to maybe it's a way that I can understand better. But those books are not like super meaningful. The sentences are so open to discussions, and it doesn't specifically tell you. It just wants you to believe, follow certain rules by just living by yourself. It doesn't tell you why we're living in this earth.
But the Bible does, though. Now, I only say that because I've studied a lot of it, from the Old Testament to the New Testament, and there's a story and a theme behind all the books. There's 66 books between the Old and the New Testament. There's about 40 authors, and written in like 3 languages. But there's a central theme and a central person behind the theme. The man was created good or perfect, but man sinned because God gave him free will. Adam and Eve messed up, so therefore, because they sinned against God and rebelled, death came into the world. Okay, and that's death of our physical bodies, right? And so, years later, Moses was given the law. The law was given to show us that we were like, okay, it's like this. If I'm driving down the street here, and I'm thinking, oh, it's 45 miles. I don't see a sign. And I'm going 45, 50, no big deal. And then I come from behind one of these trees, and there's a 25 mile an hour sign. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, there's a school right here, right? I realize I'm breaking the law. I didn't know I was breaking the law, but now the law tells me I'm breaking the law.
Okay, I get it.
You see what I mean? So when Moses came and brought the law, the 10 Commandments and so forth from God, it wasn't so that you need to follow these rules. And now religions do that. Catholics do it. The Jews do it. They all do it. They all want to follow, and they're not understanding that God gave it to us to show, look, they can't keep it. We're not perfect. We can't keep it. We need help.
Definitely.
Right? So I think that's part of it, because even if you're a good person, Kardi, and I'm sure you are, I'm sure you're not perfect, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so if I, decided to go rob a bank just because I was desperately broke, I'm a good guy, but doggone, I got to feed my family. So I go to rob a bank, and
it's a choice,
I think I could come in here. Oh, come on, quick, sorry. I still have to pay the fine or the penalty for that. Even though I go on from there to be a great person and continue to be a great person, someone has to pay that fine. So that's kind of the central theme of Christianity that I believe is in here.
No.
Or
can you drive away?
I'll drive wherever you want. Where are you supposed to be? Oh, it's around the corner, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry. Because there's a bunch of them stacked right here, isn't there? The app is nice. So I think that's, and I don't know if you've ever explored that end of it, but it actually makes sense to me anyway. So that I get it. You know, we're not perfect, but I want to get to heaven because this life isn't going to last forever. And if I die, I want to know that I am right. This way?
Yes.
I was trying to. Okay, over here. No?
Yeah.
Why do they have it
Should
blocked
be.
off there?
I think
Oh, they're
they
having a
an
deal.
event.
I think
I can just like get off here.
Are you sure? I guess I can't
yeah,
get
it's
in
just
there.
right there.
Yeah. Hey, let me give you this anyway. You can look at it in your reading time. Just think, because I really appreciate you having a conversation with me today. But something to explore. You seem like a very smart person. So, it's a Gospel of John, and and here's this. It has the 10 Commandments on it. Just to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right,
I'll look at it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Always check something out.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to America.